God's gift to gunsmithing and the queen of machines. That's yours truly. I'm the granddaughter of the one and only Nell Goldstein, the .45 caliber virtuoso. Gunsmithing's in my DNA. Gotta wonder whether Nero realizes just how lucky he is to be partnered up with a gal like me. Yeah, I tend to make any outfit look good, but my mechanic get-up is a personal favorite. When I put this on, it's like donning the holy vestments of the Church of the Gun, and I'm always ready to preach. The fact that cigarette ash don't leave a mark on it don't hurt neither. When you're working with bits and pieces of demons, it's wise to take a few precautions. More than once I've been fiddling with the vitals of some nether beast, only to have them blow up in my face. And let's be serious, this is a face that deserves protection. I know that hiding my good looks makes y'all a little sad, but hey, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Don't worry, I'll finish up my work real quick. A pair of gorgeous pistols made by Nell Goldstein, gunsmith, and grandma, two and equal a gorgeous granddaughter. At first, you might think that this is the only difference between the two is their color, but you'd be wrong. Ebony is all about accuracy, while ivory is tweaked for rapid fire. If I had the chance, I'd disassemble the pair and see what makes them tick, but now's not the time for that. Still, what an artist Grandma was. Can't help but be proud. Dante modded this shotgun into an anti-demon weapon. Compared to the sheer beauty of my grandma's guns, this thing's barbaric. Have you seen what this thing is like inside? It's like blowing up a clam to put out a campfire. Don't get me wrong, I could make something just as gnarly, and pretty to look at to boot. Doubt Dante would give two shakes about that, though. The proprietor of Devil May Cry, the finest mobile business to ever grace the streets of Fortuna. Nero grew up as a holy knight in the Order of the Sword, but when demons started menacing his lady love Cutie, he figured it was time to explore the devilish powers in his right arm. Get it? During the Fortuna incident, Nero discovered his connection to Yamato, the sword once wielded by Dante's brother. This connection suggests that he has somehow got the blood of Sparta run through his veins. Nero lost his arm a little after the Fortuna incident, but luckily he had yours truly fix him up with some bitchin' hardware. Now he's back and stronger than ever. He's probably real grateful, just too shy to say thank you. I get it. The way Kyrie tells it, Nero's cooled down a lot these days. But that said, he did run straight down to hell to try to kick some ass while he was still missing an arm. The guy ain't exactly a level-headed individual. Sure, he can fight better with one arm than most people could with three, but taking on the new Demon King minus your good arm ain't exactly the height of common sense. But it did give me the opportunity to dream up the Devil Breaker, so I guess it wasn't a total loss. Battling demons, seeing all kinds of crazy crap coming up from the underworld, that's all in a day's work for devil hunters. But to watch a guy who's 3/4 human just bust out a new arm, that is deeply unsettling. I thought my beautiful Devil Breaker was headed for the scrap heap, but it looks like Nero confused his new arm with the Devil Breaker and used them both. Even raw demon power knows a good thing when it sees it. Before, Nero needed Yamato to tap into his demonic power, but this, it's all him, baby. His true power unleashed. I guess getting his right arm back wasn't enough, so he's ended up with 2 feather and 1 strap on his back. I'm starting to think Nero's got some hang-up about arms and power. I gotta remind him he can still use the Devil Breaker in this form. Ain't no true perfect demon crap gonna upstage my designs. Everybody seems to start any talk about Dante with the son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta. If you ask me, Dante himself is pretty legendary too. So, he gets a job running this V-feller out of nowhere, and he goes back to the underworld to steal Yamato back from the Demon King. the guy who stole it from Nero. Surprise twist, even Dante can't stand up to the guy. I mean, he gets wrecked. Just goes to show, there ain't no such thing as the perfect man. I knew the one and only Dante wouldn't stay down for the count. But to absorb rebellion and Sparta into himself, to unlock a new level of power? Woo-wee! These legendary types sure know how to stage a comeback. I heard when he was out of action for a whole month following his ass kicking at the hands of the Demon King, but for some reason the Clypop was pumping him full of demonic power the whole time. Not only did this speed up his recovery, it seems it even made his hair and beard grow out. If you're a demon and you see this, you know you screwed up. This is Dante's getting it done look. He may be only half demon, but when that half is the blood of Sparta, that's some high-octane gas you're working with. Most full demons don't stand a chance. Not only can he move faster and hit harder than anything else in the room, his wounds heal up in a flash. This is the full demon killing package. Dante's true form. With the two swords absorbed into him, his true power has been awakened. He can't stay in this form for long, but hell, overwhelming power doesn't have to last long to deal devastating damage. With power Sparta unleashed, there's no telling the strength that Dante has at his disposal. Maybe more than Sparta himself. The pits of hell spew up all kinds of reptilian nasty, and this is one of them. I studied their cell samples, and let me tell you, their muscle tissue is something else. Each limb has the power like a hydraulic cylinder. That's how they jump so damn far. And I ain't exaggerating when I say their retractable claws are razor sharp. I tried one on sheet metal and zip! Cut right through. Weak to impacts though. Think you can break them off? Another big lizard that crawled out of some deep dark hole in the underworld. Each one of those spikes on its back looks like a giant sawtooth, and it's not afraid to get them spinning. They're sharp but brittle, so try snapping them off in between dodging its attack runs. Oh, and it's got these nasty little neurotoxin sacs inside of its chest. Step aside when it starts hacking something up. That stuff is lethal. I got this theory that demons mutate based on their deepest, darkest desires. So take this big lizard. It wants to hunt, right? It wants to go faster. Wants to kill faster. Day in, day out, all it can think of is speed. Few generations of that twisted killer instinct, and you got a freak so fast it ain't even moving under its own power no more. This sucker uses raw demonic power to do little space-time jumps. It'll warp right next to you and bite your face off before you can even blink. Hope you got quick reflexes. In his journal, my daddy sometimes mentions the Black Angel, some kind of powerful demon that used to inhabit the underworld. Daddy had a theory that it was created by transubmutating any willing human victim into demonic flesh. If that theory was right, then these dead-eyed creeps are like a mass-produced version of the Black Angel. Their shields, hella tough. You want to get around them, you're gonna have to use your head. Good luck with that. Check out the armor and weapons on this demon. I'm seeing some clear similarities to the Black Angel. My guess is that there was some kind of prototype or maybe some modified version of the Black Angel. You've seen these weirdos speaking to the mass-produced types, giving them orders like they're in command. Seems like they're smarter than your average hell beast. And hey, I know you think you're invincible, but that sort of give you more than a close shave. But if you can parry it, I reckon you'll have a pretty big opening to do your stuff. Sticking a combustion engine on a sword to add some oomph to its blows? Pretty slick idea. Seems like Daddy drew up a base design. You took the design and souped it up to make this here Red Queen. I gotta tell you, I couldn't help but laugh the first time I saw it. No one in their right mind would dream up a rig like this. Without demon blood in your veins, damn thing going flying out your hand instead of some kind of bad guy. Red Queen and Blue Rose. Looking at these two monsters, I can't tell if you're a genius or just fucking crazy. A 6-chamber revolver that fires 2 shots at the same time? What kind of whack job thinks up something like that? And the way the bottom shell breaks through armor first, only for the top shell to follow up and pierce through the target's body? Who the hell came up with that crazy idea? Who am I kidding? I love it. The first armor I made for your sorry ass after you lost your old one. It's got a plain Jane design you can wear just about anywhere without drawing too many glances. Still, if they knew about the electric generator I jammed inside that puppy, they'd be shocked. Maybe literally. Still, she'll be more than enough to take down any screw-up demons you come across. Like the name implies, the Overture is just the prelude to the other beauties I've got knocking around the old brain box. Best believe this ain't all I got in store. There was this weird slide in the park near my house when I was a kid, see? That's where I got the inspiration for this design. The simple design concentrates all the power into the tip to really drill point home to your enemies. It has some kind of beautiful precision, don't you think? I made sure that it's still able to grab stuff, but just barely. In all honesty, I kind of want to take out that function, really streamline the thing, you know? I analyzed that sample we got from Goliath and used the materials to make this powerhouse. The propellant injection device is based on the combustion mechanism in that numbskull's demon tummy. It's basically a rocket-powered punch, but I bet a show-off like you can go along for the ride if you like. I thought up this beauty while gazing at a bed of flowers. African daisies, to be precise. What? Can't a girl have a little grace in her gearbox? The petal-shaped parts act as a complex reverberatory furnace. That furnace generates intense heat that can be shot out as a shockwave. And that shockwave ain't no one-trick pony, let me tell you. Attack, defense, even movement. This baby can do it all. I think I might have overdone it this time. I wanted to craft something to power up your sword and gun, but the output on this thing borders on absurd. You might even have a little trouble wielding it. But hey, what guy doesn't like a piece that's a little hard to handle? Treat her right and she's bound to come around. The underworld metal we got off of Gilgamesh is known for the shocks it produces. But get this, instead of just using it to shoot more shockwaves, I developed an arm that stretches out into a thin, powerful weapon. It's stronger than your wire too, so I bet some of the enemies you can't normally pull in won't pose too much of a problem with this one. Of course, you could always wind it around one and slice into ribbons. Hey, whatever turns your crank. Bending the laws of time and space is a hell of a feat, even for someone as awesome as me. But thanks to this Grayon chunk V brought back, I've done it. I'll weaponize time itself. Great, ain't it? Amazing, aren't I? This'll stop even the peskiest demon in its tracks. Until it wears off anyway. Man, processing that material takes some fancy handiwork. I can't make a bunch of these, so use it wisely. And I do mean wisely, okay? I only had one goal in mind with this beast. Recreate the demonic arm that bastard stole from you. I bet you've been itching to chuck some baddies around again, am I right? Well, rejoice! I did it! This arm lets you toss around demons like a boss, even slam them into the ground if you have the hankering. For a little while anyway. But that's about as tough as I can make this sucker, damn it, I swear!